Where we lock and load, Allen Pounds. It's the Allen Pounds Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pounds Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pounds Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Pounds Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on.
Hello, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the Allen Powell Show. To my right, I have Job Cinco. To my left, supposed to be Mr. Tell the Truth.
Where you at?
That we got some bad workers around here, man.
And what he doing?
I don't know. Let's put it like this. Let's put it to the listeners. Because the brother's not here right now.
He ain't here, y'all. Mr. Tell the Truth is not here.
He's on the way.
He's in traffic. I think he's in the Wendy's drive-through right now.
But the question is, what should be the penalty for that brother being late today?
I don't know, man. I say, my penalty would be don't let him talk for the first 15 minutes.
That's a long time, brother. That's a long time.
You know, he talk a lot though.
He do talk.
He talk a lot.
But I want to put it out to the listeners. We got two in the building right now. One is not here. He's on his way. He's late.
-1.
But what should be the penalty for him being late? So I'm going to put it out to the listeners right now. Suburbs, call and tell me what you think. 708-445-9922. Hey, and I'm leaving it up to y'all. Whatever y'all think, I just want to hear the thoughts.
Hey, but we know he listening right now.
Oh yeah, he listening right now. I hope he is
Tell the truth.
listening.
Where you at, baby? Where you at?
He gonna call in and say nothing, but we're not listening to him.
He probably work in the bathroom again.
Indiana 219-933-9922. Chicago 773-288-9922. We are down one member right now.
Man, this dude.
What should be the penalty for Mr. Tell the Truth not being on time?
What I say all the time, Al.
What?
We need a parents-teachers conference, brother.
This brother is late. So, but we're going to start the show anyway. We're going to hold it down for him, but he going to have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we get some
20 push-ups or something.
I hope the callers come in with some great ideas. That would be great to hear what they got to say. What do you do for people being late? All right, but moving on, we're going to get this show started. Everybody, let's lock and load. We're going to talk about these NBA playoffs. We got a couple of games tonight. Celtics and Bucks and Rockets and Warriors.
Yes.
I want to know, and I want to hear from the callers, what did y'all see? Hold on, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. Somebody just decided.
Tell the truth has entered the building. He just entered the building and he got a Pacers jacket on. We know they ain't in the playoffs no more.
Lakers definitely ain't never been in the playoffs.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Tell the Truth.
Bad on my name. I heard it all.
Hey man, you was late. That's what happens when you come late.
For a job before?
Not to this job.
I don't get a pass.
Not to this job. You got a pass. We just gonna talk about you a little bit.
Yeah, we is your brothers, brother. That's why we gonna talk about you to your face.
Hey, I'm just waiting for the callers to call in and tell me what they think.
It was raining outside, man. It's almost a typhoon.
I
just not got off work.
What that got to do with
almost
me?
near Valparaiso.
And my suspension system.
And made it.
Well,
come on, man. Now he got the excuses.
And my hydroplane.
Suspension system.
So welcome to the show, brother.
So he's driving at risk.
Bro? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad that you can make it. Yeah, glad that you made it in. But we're talking about the NBA playoffs.
Okay.
For real.
And we want to. I want y'all to tell me what y'all thought about the first Celtics, Bucks, Rockets, Warriors. We're going to talk about the game ones and then what y'all expecting tonight. But game one, let's talk about the Celtics and Bucks. What did you see coming out of that game?
Hey, honestly, the Celtics had a great plan for
Giannis,
the Greek freak, bro. They had a plan for him. Whoever planned that out, they did their job.
Brad Stevens, I mean, a lot of people, I thought he was overrated as a coach because that team, the fifth seed with all that talent on it. But you could see in the playoffs, man, like you say, that game plan, they built a wall for Giannis. Yep. They put Al Horford on him, who's strong enough and wise enough to play him the right way. And honestly, I picked Milwaukee to win the chip this year.
Right.
After watching that game, Boston looks like they just got too much talent for him, bro. It looks like from game one that Boston's gonna take that series.
Remember, I picked Boston in 7. I remember we all picked this series. I picked Boston in 7.
You've been right about 5% of the time.
I messed up on the Spurs series.
Yeah.
I lost.
I messed up,
and I lost up on OKC series too. But I agree with you. I think Celtics got a all around better roster. But I don't know who has the better player in the series. I think Giannis might be the best player in the series.
He's the best player in the series, but at this point in his career, remember when LeBron first got in the NBA?
He had to get over
and
that
he
hump.
could not shoot at all. Like that's kind of what Giannis is. Like until
gonna develop though.
He's gonna develop because he knocked like 4 of them down once he figured out what they was doing. But he's not at that point where he's a threat out there.
But in the same token, his shooters got to be ready though.
Yeah.
That's what took the game. He was almost trying to figure it out by himself.
But that's why Boston will win.
Yeah,
because their talent 1 through 7 is like Lord have mercy. Like, they just got
they don't even have Marcus Smart right now.
Gordon Hayward looks like Gordon Hayward.
Back.
Yeah,
he's coming back. But that was my question.
He must got one of them pills from LeBron.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just
hey, hold on.
That's
you
my
was
job
late,
to
bro.
speculate.
You was late, so you can't say nothing about LeBron. I don't want to hear no LeBron stuff
That's your rule.
at all. You was late.
That's his rule for coming in late. You can't say nothing about LeBron. That's what he said.
That's my like. He ain't in the playoffs. So I ain't got to talk about it.
I'm just gonna let you know we did ask the listeners what should be the penalty for you coming in late. So if we get some random calls coming in saying you do some random stuff, man, I asked the listeners.
The people love me. The people understand.
Hey,
people ain't gonna have nothing.
Can you put
for
this
the
up
truth
on
to
the page? Do the fans love Mr. Tell the Truth? Do they really love him?
I need a supervisor of a job or something to call in and say what's the criteria.
But my question is for the Bucks is it's the supporting cast. To me, I don't think you know what you're gonna get out of their supporting cast. You know, for the most part, Giannis is gonna come with it. But what you gonna get out of Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez?
Yeah. I would say that the supporting cast is good, but it's levels to it. You know, in the regular season, they were the #1 team in defense and top 5 in offense. So it wasn't just Giannis; it was because of Giannis, and they got a system built around him. Yeah. But I think that you'll get more of them in these games because they're going to have to because they got a perfect game plan to stop Giannis from getting in that paint.
See, that's the punishment of building a team around a great player who's not fully developed.
Well, I mean, I think you have to. You have to
I'm
build.
saying, but I mean, it's all a process.
Gotcha.
But he has a good team. Brook Lopez knocking it down from out there. Chris Middleton. He doesn't have another go-to dominant take over the game player, which I don't think they'll be able to get in Milwaukee.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But as far as the supporting cast, Bledsoe, Middleton, Lopez,
they need Brogdon.
You know, Mirotic.
They need Brogdon.
They need Brogdon because for his defense. I like Brogdon.
But I think Ivan Ursary says it's over for the Bucks. He said already it's over.
A lot of
it's
people
already over.
Hey, I picked the Bucks to win the championship, and after watching that game, I mean, Budenholzer is an amazing coach, but we all know your system is predicated on Giannis basically being Shaq or Dwight Howard.
Right.
And Boston game 1 show, hey, we got something for that.
Right.
So,
hey, are we overreacting to game 1?
You know, I try not to be like the world, you know, be in the world and out of the world. Yeah. But we have, you know, kind of evolved into a point where we just overreact to everything in the moment.
I think it's just they got a plan. Now, the whole difference is the what the Bucks gonna do. What they gonna retaliate? They gonna go back to the drawing board and say, hey, they tried to do this, so we gonna switch it up and do this and that. Tell them other players, y'all gotta step up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, Giannis, he go to the hole a lot, which means if you go to the hole, he's gonna probably get double teamed. Right. That's room for your shooters. Dish it out.
My question is, we all know that they have to change their game plan. You know, this is chess. Because the Boston had a perfect game plan for you. What do they do? Because their whole entire system is predicated. If you remember, like Dwight Howard, when they made it to the finals that year, it was Dwight and a bunch of shooters everywhere. So if I'm stopping Giannis, he's not a person you give it to in the post all day.
Right.
And he can't post up Horford like that. So what do you do? That's going to be interesting to watch.
Ms. Brown Sugar says Boston is 6. And it's not looking too bad right now. But another thing the Bucks got to look out for, and Giannis in particular, in the playoffs, in playoff basketball, the other team is going to take away your strengths. And so now it's going to be all the, like we talked about,
you should have a plan B. Yeah, you should have had a plan B for game one, but it didn't look like they had one.
But now,
at halftime.
But now since we know what it is, we're going to see what his other teammates are made of.
It's beautiful to watch.
They either going to step up or they going to sit down.
I love it. Best time of the year in sports.
I think they probably about to tip off right now, and I'm going to need y'all to keep me on some updates
put the game
on the score.
I'm not going to lie.
And so, expectations for game 2. Who you got in game 2?
You got to give it to the Bucks, man. I mean, they were the number one team all year, and they were the number one team for a reason. And I've watched that team, and I've seen them flip a switch during the game. So I got a feeling that they're going to flip a switch. I think you're going to get more from Bledsoe, Brook Lopez, and maybe somebody off the bench like Mirotic going to have a good game. So I give it to the Bucks because if they don't win this one, it's over.
Right. So we got another comment. Miss Brown Sugar says monetize the tardy. So she's saying Mr. Tell the Truth should have to pay.
Hey, that wasn't.
We might have to get a late jar, man. Might have to get a late jar around here, man.
Dinner, man.
That wasn't in my contract. That wasn't in my contract. Wasn't in my contract at all.
Well, we're gonna have to update. We're gonna have to update that thing. But okay, expectations for game 2. Who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with my man Martell. The Bucks gonna Drake him. They gonna flip the switch.
I'm gonna respect them and go with the Bucks as well.
Out of respect. But what you seen in game 1 is like, I don't really know what you can do about
because
this.
It's like this. Kyrie know what it takes to win a championship. He gonna say, let's go for the gusto.
He was able to get everything he wanted. And George Hill used to be a solid defender. He's getting up there in age. So that, like you say, they miss Brogdon, man, because Brogdon guarded him the best you can guard a guy like Kyrie.
Right. So that was the first game we're gonna analyze. Now let's get to the main game that we're gonna talk about tonight, man.
Well, I told y'all,
Warriors.
I told y'all about these refs in the NBA, bro.
Man, bro, like it's getting to the point where it's not about basketball no more. It's about the refs. It's getting on my nerves, man. It's getting on my nerves.
I didn't see the ending of the game, the last game. They said, did they cheat?
No, to me they didn't.
And they missed. Yes, they did. Bro.
The last plays. I ain't talking about the last play. I'm talking about the first half.
Understand is one missed call or one call in one way is just not one call. Like it's like
the whole game.
5-point swing. Like they swung the game so many times with missed calls. Steph Curry tackling Eric Gordon out of bounds at the end of the game. Him bumping into James Harden, him going out of bounds. The NBA admitted that those was missed calls. Yeah. And they also admitted that 5 of those challenges of James Harden and Chris Paul 3, where they say they got into their shooting space, that they missed 5 of those.
Let me ask you a question, though. As a defender, how are you supposed to defend?
The thing is, it's the rule. I understand.
I'm asking you as a defender.
My idea is people been playing basketball for how many years now? 100 years, and we ain't never needed this rule. You play ball, I play ball, we all play ball. We know how to challenge a jump shot without putting our foot under.
And we know how to shoot without throwing your legs out.
But on these, I would say James did that on about 2 of those.
Yeah,
but
especially
on these,
the last one.
Klay Thompson was getting into his body and bumping him.
I agree.
So, you know my theory, man. I feel the NBA only changed the rules because everything is a foul now. You don't know what a foul is and what not a foul is, so they can call it whenever they want to.
So, look, Scott Foster, one of the Houston's referees they don't really particularly like.
I beef with him hard.
Yeah. He's reffing the game tonight.
That's crazy. I saw that. Like, how do you do that?
Because he's one of the most respected referees. He still have a high grade in the league. So.
I'm going to do some research, bro, because the refs, I feel like every controversial NBA game I see is the exact same referees. The company man.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Let me ask you, expectation for game. Who you got in game 2 tonight?
Man, of course I got Houston, man. I got Houston coming out this series, man. Like, James Harden, he ain't scared. Like, I mean, they just beat him the first game. It's going to take some work. It's going to go 7. It's going to go 7.
I had them coming out the series.
I got James Harden in the Houston Rockets.
To get robbed
James
like
Harden
that game
is the best player in the NBA right now.
He's the best offensive player in the NBA. I would say that.
Yeah.
But
who's the best?
To get I had them taking the series too. But to get robbed game 1 and then to complain about the refs. Listen, to complain about the refs, and then the NBA response is to give you the one referee that is already documented. No, not you don't like. Y'all have issues. Like you feel like this ref cheats you all the time.
But you can't because this one person got issues or a couple of people got issues.
But what we say?
But during the whole season, according to reports, he got high grades. He's one of the top respected referees. He got graded.
Right.
They get on a graded system, so the top referees get the playoff games. Right. So because I'm a referee, I got problems with this team. And I got good grades throughout the season because I got problems with this team. I can't do my job.
It's 4 other series going on. If you want to reward him, why after a controversial game are you going to assign that referee who we've sat down with the league with? We've had meetings with the league.
Right.
That referee, James Harden and Chris Paul, and it's been already documented that they got issues with each other.
Gotcha.
So
who you got for tonight?
My heart, I want Houston to win because I won a long series. I want Houston to win. But my mind, I say Golden State, man. I think Houston, best chance was that first game. They had a break. Golden State just came off fighting a scrappy team in the Clippers.
Right.
And I think that their best chance was that game 1, and they got robbed.
Who you got? You said
Houston coming out. I got Houston finna win 3 games straight.
Oh, you crazy. Oh,
Listen, Golden State gonna win 2. And
we need a noteboard to notate
Definitely
this. They ain't beating them 3 straight times.
I'm telling you.
Just saying anything. 3 games in a row?
I was right about what was I right about the other game? What game that we was talking about?
I don't know. You tell me.
And I was just talking about 2 points.
Ask you about his.
Just talking about 2 points.
What game you talking about?
Championship game.
What championship game?
National championship game for college.
Talking about college. This is the NBA.
Man, it don't matter, man.
How long ago that was?
Hey, Al, hold on, bro.
What have you done for me
No, you can't even talk right now, Mr.
How many rules?
Al, we are not enemies today. We are not enemies today, okay?
Okay, we good.
So we on Martell today. He was the late.
We on Martell.
All right, so
Mr. Tell the Truth,
we gotta
man.
agree on everything.
His name is Tell the Truth, man.
I might get warned.
You ain't got
All right, y'all. Call in and tell me what do y'all think about the playoffs going on right now. Suburbs 708-445-9922. Indiana 219-933-9922. In Chicago 773-288-9922. Tell me what's your thoughts on the playoffs so far, what you like, what you don't like, who you got in the series. I want to hear from y'all. Tell me what y'all think.
You gonna let me get the numbers out today again?
Hey, man. That brother, man.
I need to get a laugh.
Hey, real quick, can I say real quick?
Go ahead, man.
You know I gotta send my shout outs early. I get them off early because he be talking a lot towards the end. So I want to send a shout out to my wife. I had a good weekend with her, 3 days, baby. I love you.
What is this we doing, man?
Got a shout out to my wife.
What's going on, man?
It is
circling the pot around here.
Shout out to my wife, Miss Smith, man. She was looking good too. We went to 2 weddings. My wife was looking good.
I did see the pictures on Instagram. Y'all look pretty beautiful. I do have a question.
Hey,
you got a question? What's the question?
I was just about to say. No, go ahead, bro.
Why do we got to read all 3 of the numbers? Everybody
because we got fans everywhere. That's why.
But you know everybody got cell phones, right?
You can just put the rules of the show, man. Get the numbers out.
You should have memorized them by now.
No, hey, look, it might be.
Looking at the thing.
Do you know him? Do you know him by heart?
That's like going to McDonald's. Do you know the menu? Hey man, what you want? Let me.
Joe Cinco. Joe Cinco.
Let me see if
I don't know. He is on one today. Do you know the numbers by heart?
You know what's in that cup?
You sell more than me.
Do you know what's in that cup?
I hope it's water. Everybody who's listening to the show, Joe Cinco does have a cup in the building. I don't know what's in the cup.
This is water.
I hope it's water.
Man. I'm just happy to be with my guys today, man.
It looked like water, but it's also things that's like white alcohol that look like water. I don't know.
This is no, bro. No.
Matter of fact, y'all call in and tell me what y'all think is in this cup. Do y'all think it's water? Do y'all think it's something else? Because right now he is.
I got the camera right here.
He is a little different.
Can we get back to sports? All
right. He broke in and wanted to talk all good about his wife, trying to circle the pot.
I'm just trying to get my shout-outs, man.
Man, this ain't the shout-out show.
I can shout out to my wife, dude.
I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't mad at you, man. All right, look. We got 2 other series that went on yesterday. Real quick. Let's give a little quick summary, man. 76ers Raptors. What was your quick summary of that last game?
I think that's going 7. I thought the Raptors would beat them in 6 before watching that game too. I like the way that Philly responded that game.
Okay.
But I still think Toronto's a better team. I still think they're gonna win the series. And from watching Kawhi, bro, I know this is sacrilegious to say, that boy reminds me of Michael Jordan.
Really?
Like his ability to kill you from anywhere on the floor, his balance, like when he gets bumped and he can still make a shot. His defense, you saw that play?
He go to 0 to 100 like fast.
Yes, he does. Did you see that play where Tobias Harris bowled him in the post, and he backed up, and Tobias went up for a shot, and he just like smash blocked it. Like, that was amazing, man. On offense, defense, he's not MJ, of course, and he got the personality of my left toe. But, but as far as his game, man, I'll pick it Toronto, and he's a monster.
All right, we got a call. Let's see what the caller got to say. Thank you for calling the Allen Powell Show. What is your name, where you're from, and what's your comment?
My name is Ivan. I'm calling from Gary, Indiana. And my comment is, what about those Nuggets, though? I was watching that game. Those guys could score.
So what you think about that series?
It's the Blazers Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, from game coming out, what he did to OKC, I'm thinking, like, all right, off that momentum, he's going to come in and he's going to do the same thing to the Nuggets.
Living in the moment like we all do.
Got you.
Yep.
Oh, but y'all did say the Spurs is going to win.
While I got him on the line, a couple of quick questions I want you to answer. What should Mr. Tell the Truth have to do for being late? Question number 1. And question number 2, what do you think is in Job Cinco's cup? Can you answer both of those questions before you get off the line?
All right, Sprite is a Cinco's cup.
Okay.
And Mr. Tell the Truth should have to buy both of y'all some Cinnabons, and y'all got to give them to me.
Wait a minute.
Come on, man. I
was all about myself. All right.
You said we got to give to you. Come on.
Thank you for your call, brother. I like that. Thanks for your call, man.
I did say the Spurs was going to lose, though. I mean, that y'all.
I said I thought the Spurs was going to win.
I thought the Spurs. I was surprised you saw the news today. Greg Popovich got a 3-year
deal.
I thought Greg Popovich was going to hang it up.
I did too.
But I think once they get that point guard back, and they have another year around their belt, and maybe add another piece, they may be able to fight.
Couple comments. Brown Sugar says Sprite in your cup as well. So everybody think you ain't coming in with the alcohol. They think very highly of you. They think very highly of you. Me and Mr. Tell the Truth on the other end. We don't know. We don't know. You
always like this, man. Come on, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But, hey, back to the 76ers and Raptors, man. I think 76ers on paper have the better roster, but I don't know who to pick in this series.
It's going 7. Yeah.
Go 7?
It's going 7.
They be up and down, man, because it's like first the 76ers, they'll have like a nonchalant attitude, and then they'll go for a run, and then it slow down again.
I mean, that's basketball, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying the only person who I feel like is being consistent is Jimmy Butler. Like,
and he's the vet.
He didn't have a great game
First
1,
game, right.
But
I look at it. I look at it as games, and I like the way Philly responded in game 2, and the way Jimmy Butler responded in game 2, because we know he's probably the leader of that team.
Yeah,
him and Joel Embiid. But it's going 7. I wouldn't be surprised if Philly took it, but I'm sticking with Toronto.
Gotcha. Our caller brought up Nuggets and Trailblazers real quick. What you think of the first game?
I thought it was a great game. CJ came out hot. Dame got hot a little later in the game.
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets are a very deep team.
Very deep.
And I think without the Portland center, what's his name?
Nurkic.
Nurkic, yeah. That's just how I knew it. But
yeah.
Nurkic. Without him being able to guard the Joker, I don't see Portland being able to take that team. Because of the depth of Denver and the fact that they don't have their big defender to guard Jokic.
Myself, I picked the Trailblazers because I thought it was Dame's time. Like, I thought it was, I'm still going to pick him. I'm not going to jump off. But I thought it was Dame's time after he got over the first round against OKC. I'm like, it's his time to get to the conference finals when they lose to Golden State.
It's still possible.
How many points did Damian Lillard score?
He scored like, 39? Yeah, like 39, 40 the first game.
In the first game or the second game?
They only played one game. Went up 1-0.
About to score that
every game.
Series, yeah.
CJ McCollum will have to give him some help.
CJ was balling in the first half.
Yeah,
he was balling in the first half.
So who you got in the series though?
I want Portland to win.
Who do you got though? You want Portland to win, but who do you got?
Denver. I think Denver.
Gonna win.
It's a heart thing. Like my heart, like I feel like you. I want. Lillard is probably my favorite player in the NBA. Not just for his game, but like his personality, his mentality. So I want Portland to win, but my mind and the truth in me says that Denver's gonna take that.
Not the truth in you.
Well, you know when I say that,
the truth be late sometimes.
The
truth be late.
All right, so look,
that's the truth.
Moving on, we're about to hear a quick word from one of our sponsors, and then we're gonna get back into it.
This portion of the Allen Powell Show has been brought to you by MLA Printing. High quality printing, fast turnaround time, free UV coating, 16-point gloss paper. You need a design? Designing is also available. To contact MLA Printing, mlaprinting867@gmail.com. Or you can give us a call, 219-398-8888. 219-398-8888.
That's MLA Printing. If you want your flyers, business cards made, that's the people to go to. They took care of me. Very professional, quick turnaround. MLA Printing is where you need to go to. Plus, this show is also brought to you by Barber and Beauty Expo coming October 6th at the Patrician Event Center, 410 US 30 Shelbyville, Indiana. For inquiries on sponsorship, advertising, corporate partnerships, dial 219-512-3424. Or if you just want information, visit www.teamindianabarber.com and you can find out more information about the Barber and Beauty Expo coming October 6th. Moving on. NFL draft was over the weekend. We went to the draft party.
Fun, man. It was fun.
Your guys got drafted.
Yeah,
Lonnie Johnson got drafted.
Lonnie Johnson Jr. out of Kentucky. Mm-hmm. He went to the Houston Texans
in the second
and his
round.
cousin, John Bay Johnson, he got drafted by...
Signed free agent contract.
He got signed
by the Dallas Cowboys.
So both of them in Texas, which is a good thing. I talked to John Bay Pops, Coach Jason Johnson. Mm-hmm. Man, they just elated because, you know, like I said, he played in the NFL too. Yeah. And he was just elated, man. It's been I talked to him. It's hard, dog. Like doing them workouts and stuff like that. And I talked to John Bay. He said that he just gonna keep pushing, man. I just tell him my prayers is with him. Yeah, him and his cousin, that they do what they got to do.
I know they're about to start the off-season programs within like a week, so they're gonna get ready to get started. But I want to talk about the draft itself. Right. The first shocker came at number 6. The Giants was projected to pick Dwayne Haskins.
Family,
Martell, Mr. Cousin.
It's okay. What he tell me? What family say? The league done messed up now. Just like
hey, man.
You know what?
Did you talk to him? Did you talk to him?
Did you talk to your alleged cousin?
It's new. I ain't talked to him yet. You know, I don't want to be. You know, I'm giving him some time, some space. You know, he got a lot going on right now. But the Giants done messed up.
So first, I want to send it out to the listeners one more time, because we've been hearing this for some weeks now, man. So I want to give it to the listeners and the viewers. Do you think that Dwayne Haskins is Mr. Tell the Truth's cousin, man? He been saying this for some weeks. I want to know. For months, he been saying that's his cousin. Yes.
He said
we haven't been to any games, no college games.
My grandmama said. Yeah. My grandmama said.
So, can you put this up? So, do you think that Dwayne Haskins is Mr. Tell the Truth's cousin? He's been saying that for a while. And I want to give it out to the listeners. So, we're going to give out these numbers. And I just want to see, do they think that Dwayne Haskins is your cousin?
How many Haskins do you know?
Pull a picture up.
You want to give out the numbers, man?
All right,
we only got one bloodline. How many Haskins do you know? Call in,
because we want to know what y'all think about this. We're going to do suburbs, 708-445-9922, Indiana, 219-933-9922. Chicago, Chi-Town, 773-288-9922.
Good job, man. Good job. No foolery this time. No shenanigans this time.
Rejoice.
There you go. That's Joe Cinco. But I want to talk about the shocker. The Giants drafted Daniel Jones, and it was a shocker to everybody. And like you say, Dwayne Haskins says they done messed up. So how shocked was you when that happened? I'm going to go to you first. How shocked was you when that happened?
First of all, I was kind of shocked because I was wondering where Martell was at the time.
Mr. Tell the Truth, man.
That's his cousin. I don't know if he was sitting next to him when it happened. But, you know, I was just going to call both of them and give them my condolences. But, of course, I was going to call Martell first.
Mr. Tell the Truth, man.
He don't have. Mr. Tell the Truth. Because I know he don't really have his cousin number. But if he was sitting next to him, then, hey, they didn't mess up.
Dude, that's a great... Do you have your cousin's number?
I can get it if I needed it. But
you can get it? Why you ain't got it already?
In this current world of social media, there's different ways to communicate.
Why you ain't got it already?
Why you asking me so many questions, man? Do I ask you questions about your family? Do you have all your cousins' numbers? All of them. You got all your cousins' numbers?
I got more. I got about 75%.
I said all of them.
I got about 70, 80. I have the important ones numbers.
Okay. Hey, J Cap says that's his cousin for sure. Yeah, J Cap, I'm shocked.
We look alike.
J Cap, listen, bro. J Cap is his attorney. He lied for him, man.
Probably like, man, call in, comment and say that's my cousin, man.
Hey, Martell, give J Cap his $50 when you leave here.
Real quick,
you paid him.
Real quick, the Bears got running back David Montgomery in the third round. They got a wide receiver, a cornerback, running back, cornerback. as a Bears fan, how did you feel about the draft when they only had a couple of picks in the third and the fourth round? And
I think they got the Bears already got a solid team, man.
Right.
The most they could do right now is just add on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got Clint Dixon. We got him from I think he went to the Redskins after the Green Bay gave him up.
Yeah.
So
but you satisfied?
Good,
you satisfied with what they got?
Satisfied. We ain't have to draft nobody. Like we
are pretty deep. We are pretty good. The Colts got a cornerback, Rocky Sin. He looked pretty good on his highlights. They went linebacker, wide receiver, linebacker, safety, cornerback, linebacker, DN. They had eight.
They got a lot of players. When I was first watching the draft, I just kept seeing them trade picks to get more picks, and they were trading like the 26 to get the 49th and the 50. Something later in the draft. I didn't understand what they were doing, and I still don't kind of understand what they were doing because it's not like they got a big, huge name out of the deal. So. This is something we just going to have to see, but we know the Colts need the defense, and they drafted some defender players, and they need some more weapons out there with Andrew Luck. So it's going to be one of them things where we're going to have to see. But I know Reggie Wayne said the AFC is ours during the draft. It's ours.
Did you hear the punter?
I love him, man. Pat McAfee. His personality is amazing, bro.
That was the best.
That was like a WWE announcement Pat McAfee did during that draft.
Yes, that was great.
But you know what I was in the draft, what I was surprised about, that with the first 32 picks, man, they picked about 24 linemen.
Right. Cornerbacks and wide receivers was slow.
Well, protecting the quarterback
like
is huge.
Quarterbacks that went
right.
A safety. I think like 2 DBs.
A lot of the first round was defense.
Yeah.
And linemen. A lot of first round.
I guess people trying to bulk them lines up.
So that was the draft coverage. If you got a favorite team and you watched the draft, what do you think about your team? How do you feel about your team and they draft picks? Suburbs, 708-445-9922. Indiana, 219-933-9922. Chicago, 773-288-9922. What do you think about the Bears? What do you think, whoever your favorite team is, do you like what they did in the NFL draft? Now, we are getting ready to get into my segment, which is a day in the life of Al.
You ever wonder what happened in a day in the life of Al?
All right, so in this story, some craziness went on this time. I almost didn't make it here today, possibly.
Yeah, please.
This happened today?
No, this happened, I want to say Saturday.
Okay.
No, Friday. So I'm going to give you the backstory. It was a story. So
you got out in the streets, was you?
Not out in the streets. I was at my house.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Gotcha.
But I got a pretty big backyard. The weather's about to break. Need my yard done. Need to be raked up. Leaves need to be picked up. All that type of stuff. So, told the wife about this app. I usually don't throw names out here, but because of the stuff that they did, I kind of want to throw them under the bus.
Do it.
I know you want to
tell the truth.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this. It's this app that we use. You can get all types of work done around the house.
Really? I need that app. What's the name of that? We can promote that app because
that was real smooth.
Oh, you was away after the show. I need that app.
I tell you. I don't know if you want to use me after I tell you the story. So look, we use the app called Say We Want Our Leaves Raked. They sent the guy out here. First of all, when he got out the car, he had a little baby rake and he was by himself.
For your big old yard.
My big old yard.
I've seen your yard.
I'm like,
you sitting about a half acre back there.
Yeah.
Baby rake.
Baby rake. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, what is going on? So me and the wife was like, well, he by himself. We gonna at least offer him the blower. Like, look, we got a blower. You can blow. And he was like, oh, you know what? I do this type of work. I said, okay. Wife was like, and I'm gonna say this, like, look, and I don't know if it's about the right. He was a black man. So you know what? We was like, my wife was like, go ahead and give him a tip. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big backyard. He gonna do this by himself.
Oh, you paid him first?
We gave him a tip early. Cause we like, hold on. We like, bro, if he gonna do this backyard,
bro,
we try to take care of him. So we give him a tip.
Okay.
So he started working, and we see him like, oh, he getting all in that. He getting all in the creases.
Oh
yeah, he got the whole time. Yeah, well, we watching. No, not the whole time. But
I know what you mean. No, the leaves that be hanging around.
He had no business being over there, but I appreciate it. Yeah. So he goes over there, he's doing his raking thing, and then it starts raining. So he hits me up like, hey, bro, it's raining. Can I come back tomorrow? I said, all right, it is raining outside. Yeah. I can.
You got a big yard.
So next day come around, he texts me, hey, bro, I forgot to tell you, I got orientation at school today. Can I come the next day? Mind you, they already took the money out of my account. So now,
and he probably already got paid.
So now, I'm like, okay, but I need my stuff ASAP. They done took the money out.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll be there such and such. He comes, and he starts working. And then I said, I need a haircut. He gonna be all day back here.
Yeah.
I need to go make a run, give me a haircut.
Makes sense.
As soon as I leave, he calls me. Hey, is you still here? Well, what you mean am I still here? I said, no, I had to make a run, but I'll be right back. I comes back. He's gone. He's gone. He dipped out on me. And then I try to text him. He don't answer my text message.
Man.
Then he end up texting me back. He said, bro, I was gonna tell you I'm leaving because my wife called the people on him when he didn't come back the first day. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
So he called the people on him. But he texted me, he was like, man, I'm just gonna let the app people, I ain't gonna say their name.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let the app people take care of this because y'all called the people on me and I didn't like that, basically. I said, I texted him back, I said, you know what? You knew you did a bad job. That's why you said you're gonna let them take care of it. And I said, as a black man, you should feel horrible about yourself.
I'm not on your side, bro.
Me neither.
The reason is,
hold on.
Let me say this.
Wait, I'm not finished with the story, but go ahead.
Oh, let him finish.
I'm gonna tell you, it went bad.
Because you said he was doing a good job. He was
Let
getting
him
all the
finish.
crevices.
Let him finish. I want to hear the rest of this.
But he didn't do a good job, though. He didn't do a good job.
All right.
Even when he left, he just stopped. He just stopped. If you gonna stop, why start in the beginning?
But he stopped because of the rain.
No, I'm talking about the second time when he came back.
If I'm doing some work and the person I'm working on and called my boss and told on me and got me in trouble, I'm probably going to stop working
This
as well.
thing, when he said he was gonna come back, and then you call me and then say I got orientation, I can't come. They already took the money out of my account.
But bro, listen.
Come on.
You tipped the man first. I'm paid.
I was trying. Yeah.
It's over. I'm
What
paid.
type of integrity do you got?
It's done.
Well, we don't
Hold
know.
on, let me
He
finish the
probably could have
story.
gave him $5.
Man,
Let me finish the story.
Let him finish.
He texted me. He said, "You still at home?" I said, "Yeah." He comes back. He's like, "Cause I was gonna tell you face to face." So he comes back, but before he gets out the car, I look just to make sure he ain't got no weapon.
Yeah, you might have got him fired.
Yeah, I'm looking like, in my mind, I'm like, it might about to be going down, and I ain't fought in a long time.
Call Mr. Tell the truth.
He only 5'5" too.
Watch him,
5'3",
hey, man.
5'2".
But he comes out. He's like, man, yeah, I just, that y'all called the people on me. I didn't like that.
Oh, he's about to lay them paws on you.
I was ready though. I was like, if it got to go down, I haven't been in a fight in a long time, but it is.
You can't lose no fight in front of your wife like that, bro.
Well, she wasn't there at the time.
Oh, okay.
So
You
you
could have lost and said you won.
Let him finish the story because this is good.
But he was just like, I don't feel comfortable. I said, bro, you said you was gonna do something, you ain't keep your word. Now I'm mad because they done took my money and you didn't do it. He did a horrible job. I got pictures. I'm gonna show y'all the pictures that he did. He said because he did more than what he was supposed to do. He put it in the bags. But I'm like, bro, if you could.
But didn't he just say he was hitting areas and then we was like, wow.
He started out like that. He didn't finish like that.
He started out like that, but when Al left, hit the real work.
Yeah, the real work came out.
Strong,
the real work came. He probably saw me looking. He was like, oh, let me get all in this area. But he didn't do a good job. Bottom line, he didn't do a good job. And he quit the job and I almost got into a fight because I was all in his face.
So what? Give us a little bit more details when he showed up to the house. Y'all one-on-one and talking.
And he was like, hey, bro, I stopped working.
That's the point of sympathy right there. He said, hey, bro.
Why did he show up to the house?
that's the sympathy
he was
point
supposed
right
to finish
there.
the job.
Okay.
But this is my question. If you knew you was going to stop, why even show up in the first place? If you knew you wasn't going to finish the job.
Well, the first time he finished was because of the rain, correct?
Right, I gave him that. But then he said he's going to come back the next day.
He made an appointment. He made orientation, which is...
That's not my problem.
He should be professional. He still should have, made
I would have said, what time we going to this?
But that's understandable. So the third time he came back was the confrontation, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he started working. And then once he found out I leave, you going to call me and ask him, am I still there? Something happened. I think he got defeated by the yard and said, I'm done with it.
Yeah, because that's a big yard.
How old was he?
He had to be like 30 something, maybe.
Hold
30
on.
something.
Time out.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about a teenager.
No, this is a grown dude.
I thought you was gonna say like 19, 20s. He 30 something,
This
bro.
is a grown guy.
Well, I can't knock nobody for trying to do work. I can't knock that. At least he doing something, but he going about it the wrong way, bro. That's what happened.
It was a horrible
And then
job.
I'm gonna tell you this: anytime that you lend somebody something or somebody do something for you, and the first thing they say is, "Bro," it ain't
Look, man.
the right thing ain't gonna come out their mouth. Hey man, you know that
I just couldn't believe he stopped.
So what's the conclusion of this story?
The conclusion was it was a bad day in the life of Al this time.
Got you.
I almost got into a fight.
This the darkest day in the life of Al.
Yeah, this was a bad one.
You
This
need to
was
hear one of
bad.
mine.
I felt bad. I felt like I came out of character a little bit, but money was involved.
I understand.
The money got took.
Yeah.
And so I guess the question is, what was I wrong for going off? Bottom line, was I wrong?
I mean, certain areas I would have done it different.
What you would have done different?
I wouldn't.
Besides
I wouldn't have tipped him off back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have tipped him off
I
back.
was just shocked he was by himself with the baby rake and he was gonna do all this work. in
No,
my backyard.
when he brought that baby rake out, you should have said, "What you intend on doing with that?" You see how big my backyard is?
Yeah, I might have.
What do you think?
I might.
Now listen. Now
I've seen your yard, so
now,
it's not realistic.
check this out. Now, if he would have had a big rake, he probably would have got more done.
I don't know.
You hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know we gotta leave this alone, but I'll say this: when I follow the story chronologically, like okay, I can see it rain. Ain't nobody raking it in the rain.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
He left the second time because he had to do orientation.
Yeah.
That one I understand being mad at.
Yeah.
And then the third time he left, because y'all done called the people on me.
No. Okay, we got to call. We're going to get back to you real quick. Thanks for calling Allen Powell Show. What's your name? Where you from? What's your comment?
Hello, my name is Tierra. I'm from Crown Point. I had a similar run-in like the one you just said. The app I used was called Tackle,
Oh, she putting it
and it was terrible. I had the exact same similar thing happen to me. The guy came. He was moving real fast because he had a baby rake. We thought he was doing a lot of work because we saw him from a distance, but he was using a baby rake, so he had to put a lot of effort in.
So he had the Toys R Us rake instead of the
He
Menards.
had one of them rakes you use that you take to the beach to rake sand. He had a baby rake.
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by Fisher Price. So then the next day, when the sun came out and we saw what he really did, the before and the after pictures looked exactly the same.
Okay, so I got a question real quick. I got a question, Miss Tierra.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all didn't see this coming?
No.
Because you said all the signs.
It's like Uber. You don't expect your Uber driver to show up in a
Okay,
Uber.
I feel you. I feel you. You was trying to give him a
They got
chance.
a name.
Okay, I understand that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was like the Uber. This is like the Uber for household chores.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
So-
bad.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, and then they didn't even want to give us our money back.
Nope. They didn't.
Mm-mm.
They didn't.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, hit Mr. J Camp up.
But thank you for that. But yeah, that's. Hey, we might need to holler at J Camp for real, cause facts. All right, well, thank you for
I
your.
don't know you, sir. I think you should holler at J Camp.
I am gonna holler at
I'm
J
gonna tell
Camp.
my husband when I see him to holler at J Camp because I want my money back.
There you go. All right, well, thank you for that. Thank you for calling in with the details.
Maybe he took that money he got from y'all and bought it.
So look, that was a bad day in the life of Al. Didn't go well. Almost got in a fight. It went bad. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into this Tyreek Hill situation because I know you got a big opinion about. Why you just look at me like you don't know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna tell you just because Mr. Tell mustn't do his homework, man. So I'm gonna tell him what happened because when I looked at him, he looked like I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but I'm going. Okay, but look, this will happen. Tyreek Hill is heard on audio discussing hitting his son, and so they got audios. And Hill's fiance says he's terrified of you, and Hill responds, "You need to be terrified of me too, B." Called her B, and then it's more audio. That's the son says, "Daddy punches me," and fiance says, "You do." And when he cries, and the fiance says, "You do when he cries." Then you make him open up his arms and you punch him in the chest. And then if he gets in trouble, you get the belt out. Now that's all on. That was on audio.
How old is this kid?
Because my daddy's pumping me.
Yes.
How old is he first?
I don't have the exact age, but I know he's not. No, he's a young child.
So I think that this story, from what I hear, has layers to it.
Yeah.
My first belief is better rod spoil the child, but there is a certain thing as child abuse, and punching a kid and hitting him in the chest, and belittling a woman verbally. Those sound like they're excessive.
Right.
My third point of this layer of this cake is who recorded this, because I'm guessing it's the mother.
See, man, that's what I be talking about.
And the extortion part about it all is, are you doing this to get help, or are you doing this for extortion?
What was your thoughts on the story just in general?
Man, I don't know, man, because like I say, my father used to punch me in my chest, but it wasn't like no full blast. It was probably one of them snapbacks, like, what? You know what I'm saying? But the calling his girl out the name and telling her she should be fearful of him, like, man, that's too much, man. Your woman should not ever, be talked to in that manner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how I grew up.
Right.
But all in all, man, he probably gonna need to seek some counseling and get some help, man. For real.
So Tyreek Hill, wide receiver of the Chiefs, he would not be charged, but he is barred from Chief activities.
Man, what is it about the Chiefs, man?
I know Andy Reid got to be tired of dealing with this type of stuff. Kareem Hunt,
but
Tyreek Hill.
Hey, now, honestly, let him go.
Oh yeah, he gonna get picked up.
Guarantee you, he gonna be
picked
the
up.
next day within an hour. He's gonna be picked up.
Honestly, it's a domestic dispute,
right?
Which happens in probably every domestic situation in this country.
Right.
Not exactly like this situation, but arguments happen, issues go on. Now, if he's abusing his child, then that's something else.
Right.
If he's disciplining his child, I don't know what the laws are nowadays, but it's a whole different thing.
So this is my take, because to me when I heard the story, to me I wasn't that outraged, because just like he said, like, I remember growing up and I remember getting hit in the chest, toughen up or whatever the case may be. But it's like, man, like NFL, you can't be trying to legislate people's households.
It's not the NFL. It's what's going on in society. It's the pressures. What the NFL is trying to do is avoid the pressures that society.
Right. True.
You already got brown skinned people, who are going to be attacked in a certain way when things go on. So the NFL is trying to avoid that.
Right. So I had the same question you had. Who was recording?
No, we know who did the recording.
The fiance.
Yes.
Number two, like, I was scared of my daddy too when he said he terrified him.
And when I heard, that's why I said there's layers to this. Like, a child, in my personal opinion, which, Mr. Tell the Truth opinion is a fact, should have some level of fear of the child.
Yeah.
Most of the people that listen to this station are believers. Mm-hmm. And the word says that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So I don't think that fear is a bad thing in all elements. Could it go to a point to where the fear could be, or the actions that's taken to make that discipline could be excessive? Yes, but we all understand that.
But sometimes I feel like I keep saying over and over, when people try to put stuff out or whatever, you don't know that man's relationship with his son. You feel what I'm saying? Because if my kids get out of line, I don't punch on them or nothing, because I got good kids. But in the same token, I know at some point that my child knows, hey, if you do this, this will happen. And it's not all about just whooping the child. It's even if you do give them a whooping or you spread a rod, it's about teaching them and saying, hey, this is what you did wrong. You feel what I'm saying? This is why I did this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So we don't know what that relationship is like. Maybe he grew up like that.
I just got one quick question.
Yeah.
If a child had no fear, what would a child do?
Anything.
and this is to my point.
So that's my.
This is to my point. If police gonna get them, if we don't get them early, and so I guess the whole thing is, how do you discipline your
Get
child?
punched or you want to get shot?
Because if we don't discipline our child, the police gonna discipline, and it's gonna be way worse than what we doing.
If not even the police, the world, period.
Right.
You know, in life there are consequences, and part of being a parent, the main part of being a parent is preparing your child for life and teaching your child. So.
We got a caller. Thanks for calling the Alan Powell Show. What's your name? Where you from? What's your comment?
Hey, this is D3T from Maryville.
What's your comment?
Calling in. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, calling in about the fear of a child, the fear of a parent.
Yes.
I think kids should have a fear, but when we talk about fear, we're really talking about reverence and respect of a parent, not terror. You know, not being terrified of the parent or anything like that. So, I was scared to do stuff, you know, in front of my mom or, you know, at school because, hey, I knew I would get in trouble.
What do you think about this?
Not necessarily being beat or anything like that, but I knew I was going to have to, you know, hear my mama's mouth or disappoint her if I did something. So,
what do you think about this story? What do you think about this story as far as him punching him in the chest or the kid saying they saying he's terrified of you? What do you think about that aspect?
I don't think any child should be terrified of their parent, and I really don't know the whole situation with the girlfriend or fiance and all that, but I don't understand why she would tape it.
Yeah, right.
Why you taping it and sending it to media? You seeking attention.
I have a response to that. I think it's biblical. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned.
There you go. Come on, but thank you for your insight. I like what you talked about reverence. That's very
I like that.
important.
I like that.
So I appreciate your call though.
Very much so a fact.
So that was a good take. We're gonna hear one more word from our sponsor. We're gonna get ready to get on out of here. This show is brought to you by Crossroads Barber and Beauty Expo, which is coming October 6, 2019 at the Patrician Event Center, 410 US 30, Schererville, Indiana. For inquiries on sponsorship, advertisement, and corporate sponsorship, 219-512-3424. Or if you want information, visit www.teamindianabarber.com for more information on the expo coming up. About to get ready to get on up out of here. I want y'all to, real quick, Pat Mahomes going to be on the Madden cover. I know you heard about the Madden jinx.
And it's been very consistent, too.
Yeah.
The Madden and the 2K jinx.
Yeah, I got a whole list of names, but we can't go through them. But just a few of them. Dante Culpepper went downhill. Eddie George went down. Vince Young.
It's been the same thing on NBA 2K. Like, it's
Do you think this is a good move for Pat Mahomes?
I mean, yeah, business-wise, money-wise, yeah.
Is that in the back of your head,
if I give you $20 million, you're going to forget about a curse or a stipulation, too. So,
what you think?
I would take the risk.
Man, go ahead and do it, man.
Do it.
Don't go after, don't think about what other people did.
Got you. All right, so right now, I just want you to come to church with me. Now, in this episode of Come to Church with Me, this is not what I learned from church. What I learned from church was kind of deep. I'm still trying to navigate it through myself. But me and my guys had a conversation today, and I had ended up going to a scripture. So the scripture for today is 1 Corinthians 6:16 in the Message version. There's more to sex than mere skin on skin. Sex is as much spiritual mystery as physical fact. As written in scripture, the two become one. So that's for all those people who, you know, if you want to sleep with somebody, it ain't just skin on skin. It's a spiritual aspect to this thing. So be very careful who you lay with, because it's more than just skin on skin. So,
I always think about the movie Avatar. You know, when they used to mate in that movie and how, you know. So I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. And I really want to talk to the men, because it's always they talk about how the women is, you know, they take care of the women more, like, you know, save yourself for marriage. But I want to challenge the men. Save yourself for marriage as well. If I have a son, I'm going to tell him, save yourself for marriage too. Like, we kings, we can't just be giving ourselves to anybody. That's what I believe. So take that with y'all. 1 Corinthians 6:16. Check that out when y'all get a chance. We are about to get on up out of here. But look, if you want to advertise your product on this show, you can get in contact with us. We can make that happen for you. We got shirts and hoodies you can purchase. Plus, subscribe to our D3T TV channel and our YouTube channel. If you want to get to know the fellas in more detail, more personable, D3T TV. Subscribe to our channel. You'll get challenges and all types of stuff. We about to get on up out of here for Job Cinco.
Be blessed, y'all.
Mr. Tell the Truth.
Always.
You gonna come on time next time?
Always.
We out here. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Peace, y'all.